Well, that's very considerate of you.
I try. Yeah, dude, I don't know what's fucking going on. I think I'm fucking having a stroke or something.
So funny, man. Shout out to our buddy Rob LaValle. I was just making a joke about him having a stroke a little while ago. Holy fuck, dude. Lucky to be live, buddy. Welcome back.
Yeah. What a fucking weekend. Holy shit,
Yes,
dude.
what a weekend. Normally, I'd ask you how your week was, but John and I spent the weekend together at it's not a motorcycle rally, motorcycle get-together.
Yeah, it's just a group ride, group event.
Group ride, yeah. Away for the weekend, stayed at the same place. You know what it's like.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to put you on the spot, so I asked you before we recorded, man. But so you told your missus what had happened.
Yeah, I did.
Well, chronological order.
Right.
John got run off the road by a driver into the ditch. Stayed up.
I kept her upright. I was all the way in the fucking tall grass. Kept her up. Felt like I was on a fucking dirt bike all again. And I know I pissed that guy off. And it was a combination of bad decisions. And I thought I had it, didn't have it. Intentionally drove it in the ditch when I found out that motherfucker was gonna run right into me. He was aiming for me.
He was gonna clunk you, from what I hear. I wasn't there at the time. We'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah.
But I heard stories.
Yeah.
I heard versions, yours included, and it sounded like you were gonna get rear-ended at very, very different speeds.
Yep. So I pointed her right for the ditch. I intentionally drove it into the ditch. And yeah, I was surprised. As soon as I hit the tall grass, I'm like, nope, I'm down. I'm going down.
Okay.
Nope. Came back out, popped back up onto the road. Like I said, felt like I was on a dirt bike again.
Unpuckered your asshole and carried on with the day.
It took a while to unpucker my asshole.
Listen, I know, because as you realize, at about the same time, not exactly, but possibly close to it, that this was happening to John. I think it might have been a little bit later with you because I just realized you had met up with everybody.
Right.
Okay,
right.
So sorry.
It was
Reverse
about after this.
Reverse chronological order, folks. At this time,
chronological order.
I was standing on the side of the fucking hot highway waiting for a trailer to come and pick me up because as we made our first stop of the day on Saturday, shout out to our buddy David McMahon for noticing that there seemed to be something strange going on with my back tire. Well, somehow the last half inch of that tire has come off in the last 500 miles since I picked it up from storage when they apparently did their air quotes inspection on it. I'm going over there in a couple days when I calm down. Well, my tire was ready to go, folks. So I left the missus at that shop and I headed for the nearest Harley-Davidson. Shout out to Great River Harley-Davidson in Onalaska. Wyatt and Mike both helped me out on a Saturday afternoon. They could have told me they didn't have the time and left me waiting until Monday to drive back 2 hours to pick up my bike with a new tire. But yes, 5 miles from that drop off, I blew my tire out in the freeway at 55, and I'll tell you, the pucker factor is real, buddy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's fucking insane, man. I've never blown a tire out on my bike, but you got me so fucking paranoid about my tires now.
It's part of the reason I wanted to bring it up, dude. I'm going to move my headphones here for a second, scratch my damn head. Yeah, if you're out there on anything, folks, not just a motorcycle, although they are kind of one of the most dangerous because you only got 2 tires, so gravity won't keep you on the ground if you decide not to hold yourself up.
Right.
Man, check your fun toys that you don't go on all the time, folks.
Right.
Give them a good look over. That could have easily happened to me the day before with the missus on the back when at one point or two I was driving what someone could refer to as reckless. So thank God we're both safe, pal.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, to blow a tire out, and thank God it was your rear.
Yes, thank God it was the back tire.
Like, to blow out a front tire, I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Like,
so for anybody who hasn't had the pleasure, I mean, your rear tire is velocity and some traction, but your front tire is traction and direction. And if you lose your front tire and still have torque and velocity and traction, well, that's not a good combination. At least when you blow out your back, you can, if you know it's coming, you can kind of control yourself and steer yourself off the road. And I was expecting it to happen at any moment.
Right.
Yeah. In retrospect, I should have driven a little slower on the highway, maybe turn the flashers on, but also I wanted to make sure I got to this place in enough time that they would put a new one on and I could get out of there that night, not have somebody coming to pick me up.
Right.
And again, driving all the way back from town on Monday 2 hours in either direction to pick up my bike. So
Right.
again, shout out Great River Harley-Davidson, Onalaska, Wisconsin. God love you. Wyatt, Mike, you're the best.
Well, and it says here, I looked that up for replacing Harley tires, right? Now it says front tires can be replaced every 10 to 15,000 miles, right? They take a lot less wear. They're really there for slow speed turning. I mean, higher speeds, you're turning with your rear. Like that's just kind of that counter steering deal that they talk about, right?
Yeah, you lean like
And
a bicycle.
You lean, right?
Yeah.
And so your rear tires should be replaced every 5 to 9,000 miles, and absolutely replace them if they've exceeded 10 years of their manufacturing date. So
Writing that down, folks. That goes for side by sides. That goes for three wheelers. Not that there's too many three wheelers out there anymore.
Yep.
Your little kids' bikes. Give everybody a chance. Check out your toy tires. Check out the belts. Check out stuff that could leave you in trouble or stranded or falling down.
And you know what I just found out? I looked at my tires because you got me so fucking paranoid. Guess what the date stamp is on my tires?
Lay it on me.
2012.
That's significantly more than 10 years. Yeah. On the bright side, dude, they're not crazy. Was driving, tracing the bikes, overheated on the way home, made that trip a bunch longer.
Yes.
Man, we had, if it wasn't for bad luck this weekend, friend of ours lost an important piece of jewelry.
Yeah, an earring.
I mean,
God bless her heart. An expensive one.
It wasn't cheap.
Yeah, man, you couldn't fucking win for losing, bro.
No, I had a rough weekend.
Like,
financially, this was a costly weekend.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, it always happens that way, right? So when you took off from our last stop, smooth sailing, did the truck act up at all?
No.
Nope.
No, that last like 40 miles, no problem. Once that coolant got back in the radiator, we were all good.
Yep. When we stopped and because you ran to the gas station, we stopped at our stop, and then she was talking to me about it, and I'm like, there's air in the lines. That's why I kept going. And that's,
it took a hot minute to get back in, right? Like, because the last time I filled it back up, it happened once before.
Did the same thing. Oh, you were empty.
Yeah, well, it was empty. It was empty. Yeah, it was unpumpable empty. There might have been a bit in there, but it was probably hot enough that it was evaporating at a pretty significant rate. Like,
Yes.
So, yes, this was a on the bright side. If you subscribe to the Rule 3s, John, well, I had mine.
Did you have all three?
Might have had a little row with the missus on Friday night.
Yeah,
that we set aside immediately Saturday morning. So I had my three.
Okay, so, you had your three. Okay,
yeah, I had my three.
That's fair.
We got off on a real tangent there to start. Welcome everybody to the IShowerAfterWork podcast. It's obviously John and I back with you again. We heard how we were. I hope everyone else had a much less eventful weekend.
Yes. Yes, and a lot safer weekend.
And a much safer weekend, yes. Much less puckering factors. So
yes.
But on that note, I mean, more and more we're seeing the world getting weirder and weirder, buddy. This is what I wanted to talk about today. It's not about motorcycles and blowing out tires. Look, I know that many of you work in some of the same places every single day. And I know you drift out of bed and into your shift, mostly on autopilot, but perk up and pay attention out there. There is some crazy shit happening. And if we don't acknowledge it, it's going to get worse. Now, a little, just for the sake of, not argument, but for clarity here. Some of these are going to be way more petty and not important that I consider to be kind of psycho behavior.
Right.
Some of them are really crazy, and some of them are just things I'm like, I find it crazy. You can agree or not. Everybody listen, agree or not. Just so you know, these are kind of all over the board, folks. So don't think I consider all these in the same.
Right.
We are living in a world, buddy, where people are just more and more, and it's a good thing kind of in a way, able to just do their thing, be them, be themselves, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But then there's also common, normal, social, outside your home interaction behavior, and the lines are getting blurry.
Yeah, real blurry. Look, I don't mind people you do boo-boo inside the four walls of your house or your apartment or wherever you live. I don't fucking care. It could be a tent. I don't give a shit. The minute you come out into fucking civilized society, if I wanted to live in a third world fucking country, I'd live in a third world country where they're pissing and shitting all over the sidewalks and roads and everything.
Right. Exactly the kind of things I was kind of getting into here. Also, you start off on kind of exactly the antithesis, man. It's just we can't just let all this behavior slide because, like, if anything, people are going to take liberties.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if somebody's okay with that, then I'll try to push it to this. So, for example, all right, I'm not going to go in exact order here because I want to give a more appropriate example to get going here, okay?
Mhm.
I have seen, and let me be very, very clear, I am not talking about homeless people. Citizens, professionals walking to and from somewhere on the sidewalk, going from a meeting to the office to coffee to whatever the fuck they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Nice professional lady outfit, a dude in a suit and tie, whatever.
Mhm.
Barefoot.
In the
Let me
city.
let that sink in for a second.
Barefoot.
Barefoot walking around the concrete sidewalks of the city is psychotic behavior.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, unless you're okay with getting stuck with some random fucking chunk of metal or a fucking needle or
Glass, fucking
Glass.
anything.
anything.
A rat.
Like, is that how you're living? Is that how what you're considering living on the fucking edge?
If they were
Like, put
walking,
your fucking shoes on.
if they were walking through a park across town to another meeting, etc. Fuck, no harm, no foul, kid. You
No,
do you.
even that stupid.
Look,
Even that's almost fucking worse.
Look, we can talk about the grounding thing, air quotes grounding, right? Apparently, it's real good for you to get out there in your bare feet, or even just your hands, and fucking physically touch the ground for a bit, connect back with the earth. I don't know if there's anything to it, but theoretically, it kind of makes a little bit of sense, right? Concrete,
Grab a
sidewalk
hold of
concrete in the city? No.
it. That doesn't count.
No, it doesn't count.
No.
It doesn't.
I've seen that happen probably more with females
Mhm.
that are working downtown because their shoes fucking hurt, so they take their shoes off. Look, women, take a pair of fucking flats in your bag. Your purses are big enough to carry the kitchen fucking sink. Throw a pair of flats in it.
Right.
They take almost no room.
Right.
Right.
I couldn't have said it better myself. I'm not insensitive to the fact that a lot of the shoe designs for women look uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm sure most of them are, right? Like,
Right.
I'm not saying it's the 1950s and women are wearing heels or whatever, but most of your designs look not great for comfort-wise, right?
I've had a couple women say, hey, you know what? When you buy nice heels, they're really comfortable. They're actually built right. But you're spending a ton of money.
Some are, certain, right? Just like work boots. You can buy work boots that are comfortable right out of the box.
Right. I do.
Some of them require a little working period. Some of them are never comfortable, right? Like, yes,
We've
that's
talked about
certainly
that
the
before,
case,
right?
right? Yeah, we've talked about that.
I'll buy boots at Walmart.
Yeah, right. Exactly right. Yeah. Walmart, Target, like, yeah. If you can get groceries, actual groceries, produce and meat
Mhm.
at the same place you get your work clothes, stop buying one of the other there. I don't care which it is.
Yeah, right.
Pick one and don't buy that part there anymore. Go to a better place for one of those.
Right.
It's not
Fair.
fucking great, right?
Fair. Yeah. And
Yeah, I just see so much of this. And again, you're right. I was trying not to be sexist, right? But it's mostly women that I see. I've seen a couple of dudes. And
so have I. Yeah.
both
Just
of
not
them,
very often.
both of them, I know I mentioned the suit and tie thing earlier because I was just trying to give you the visual of the professional out in the world, you know. Both of them were dressed professional but hippie-ish. Is that a word?
Oh yeah.
Granola-ish?
Man buns.
No, I wish I could say yes. I'd love to lie to you for the sake of humor and say yes, but no, neither of them had man buns. They just had haircuts.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I wish I could. I wish I was a liar,
I'm-
folks. Sometimes lying would be funnier.
So is that where my horrible nature comes in? Because whenever somebody says a hippie dude anymore, I automatically think of man bun.
It's so funny we think of man bun because the man bun is way past the hippie era.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. All right, unpopular opinion. I don't believe in cultural appropriation because I can poke so many holes in it.
Yeah.
But for the people who do think that, wouldn't that be Japanese cultural appropriation? Isn't that sort of like the
Yeah, isn't I forget
The
what that's
samurai-
called? But yeah,
top knot?
yeah, the
I
top
think they
knot
call it
thing.
a top knot, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, hippies, that's you guys are supposed to be like super liberal. That's cultural appropriation in my mind. Cut the man bun off. I'm just saying, unless you want to offend the whole nation, empire, Japan, whatever they call themselves now. Like, right?
Right,
Just saying.
right. No, it's true. I mean, especially if it's in the city. Now, you take those same people and you put them out in a town like mine. Yeah, fucking walk around barefoot. The chances you getting stuck by something, 1,000 times less. 1,000. Like,
Well, if it's okay, I'm going to double down on something here, man. I didn't put a link in for this. I meant to. That got me thinking, like, aren't they worried about tetanus? And then I realized just this last weekend, admittedly, in the moment I had this argument, well, not argument, discussion with somebody, I was inebriated, certainly.
mhm.
But I had heard on a podcast that tetanus really wasn't a thing in North America. Like, really? Like it is other places.
Sure.
And I kind of realized as I was defending that position, I didn't really know. So I looked it up.
Mhm.
All right. The updated information I got was this is outindata.org because I didn't want to go to the CDC because they're doom and gloom all the time anyway to make things seem scarier than they are, right? So I tried to find a slightly alternative source here. But it only went up to 2023. So sorry, folks. It has gone down progressively since the 90s.
Okay.
Looks like it's due to vaccination. Okay.
Right.
New cases of actual tetanus in 2023 was 18 in North America.
Yeah,
Just as a reminder, folks, that includes Canada, the United States, and Mexico.
Pretty much gone.
It's pretty much gone, right? Now, they can say also it's because of the vaccinations.
Sure.
Sure. But there's definitely way, way, way more than 18 cases in 2023 of people on rural farms and construction sites and undocumented workers and construction workers who don't like the doctor, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, who didn't go to the doctor when they stuck themselves with a fucking nail.
Right.
Tetanus isn't from rusty shit, folks. Look it up. It's not from rusty nails. It's a fungus from feces on the ground and certain spores. Like, the prevalence around the world it's mostly Asia, Sub-Saharan Africa, South Asia. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's not stepping on a rusty nail. It's really not. So
how are we lied to? Because that was the biggest deal, right? That's what I was always told.
Yeah, that's what we were always told. And tetanus is a fungus, like a bacteria parasite or something.
Clostridium tetani. Bacterial spores.
Bacterial spore. Thank you.
Enter the body through broken skin or a wound. These spores live in soil, dust, and animal manure, and they produce a dangerous toxin that harms your nervous system.
Right. Tetanus is absolutely deadly if you don't get it treated almost immediately, like within the first. Right. It definitely will. I'm not saying tetanus. I'm not saying don't get your kids tetanus shots if they fucking cut their foot or whatever. Right. But it's not caused by rusty nails, folks. It's a lie. It's propaganda. I don't know where it came from, but it's just simply not the case. That's not what it comes from. We were lied to all these years. So I was glad I defended this position on the weekend and then was at least self-aware enough to look at it and go, maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to look into it. Yeah, it turns out I'm right. It has nothing to do with rusty nails.
No, rust does not cause.
It has absolutely nothing to do with tetanus, folks.
Oh my God.
So just FYI, they might have been pulling some of these medical bait and switches on us for a while. Also, if you're curious, look into fluoride. Just saying.
Oh, here we go. So rusty objects like nails are linked to tetanus only because they sit outdoors where the bacteria lives.
Right. And could pierce the skin.
Yeah.
But that could also be a thorn. If you got poked with a thorn when you were out camping, you wouldn't go get a tetanus shot, right? No. They wanted people who were working and doing physical things. They added a whole demographic by saying, oh, yeah, it's definitely on rusted nails, too.
Right.
No, it's not.
No.
Could be.
So I will. Okay. So there is a devil's advocate here.
Oh, yeah, no, I assume.
Right. Because I've done roofing, right? And walking around. So you drop nails on the ground. Good contractors will actually have a better way to keep those nails from being in your grass. But if they're in the soil and stuff like that, and the soil has it, and then you happen to step on it,
yeah,
there's a chance.
Right. But hold on a second. Like, also, if there's any of those other things around that cause it to live, it actually has to be there somewhere. There has to be, those spores have to be in the air in that area to get the odds of that. I mean, look, 18 cases.
I know the odds are.
It's minuscule.
Super low, right?
It's super low. It's so low that I can't justify everybody got to get a shot every time you pierce your skin. It's the rusty nail thing I'm sticking on here.
Yeah,
I understand your devil advocacy. I do.
I
But
will.
it's not because of rusty nails. It has nothing to do with rust.
No, not rust itself. It's
But
the
rusty,
environment
sharp
that it's
objects
in.
are outside in that environment. Yeah. Right?
So disclaimer.
See?
Disclaimer.
Okay.
We are not giving medical advice. Do not listen to us.
Yes, we are not doctors.
Go to
We
the
are not
doctor
medical
if you
professionals
stab
in any
yourself
possible way.
with a fucking nail. Go to the
Yes.
doctor.
Yeah.
And if they
do what
say,
and do what the medical professional recommends. Absolutely good disclaimer, buddy. Good disclaimer.
Oh my God. These two guys said that it wasn't going to give me it. And then I got it. And now I can't fucking speak.
Look, you can't sue us, folks. We have no money. This podcast makes zero.
Yeah, fucking, you can take half of zero. It's still
Yes.
going to be fucking zero.
Yeah, I'll be happy to do the math and write you the check.
Mm-hmm.
Check will cost me more than the fucking lawsuit.
The so will stamp.
And so we'll just stamp. All right, that's good enough for Barefoot in the city. I like. But yes, look into it, folks.
Yeah,
you should
fucking
still.
nuts.
I mean, for the cost of a tetanus shot and the fact that your arm is sore for a couple days,
You'll get over it.
I guess it's worth it, right?
Did you always get it in the shoulder?
Mine were always like in the arm.
Half of mine were in the ass.
Could
When I
that be
was-
one of those
when I was younger?
small town doctors who just wanted to get a look at that young boy John ass? Is like,
I think they just
is it a
like
pedo thing?
I think they just like because it has to go into a large muscle group, right? What's the biggest, largest muscle when you're a teenager?
Yeah, your
Your
butt is
ass.
probably that. Yeah, that's true.
For some, I knew kids that were fucking giants compared to me, but
Oh,
I
fucking
was
for sure.
scrawny, right?
Do you mean most of the kids for me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I at least wasn't skinny, folks. Like, I'm not tall, but at least I wasn't skinny. That's something.
Right.
It's funny. I was just thinking about that the other day. So
Funny.
as I said, buddy, some of these aren't going to be quite as dramatic. They're just things that I find personally crazy. Okay.
And we could get a little political in this episode too. Everybody should fucking know.
Oh yeah, it's going to happen from time to time. I
Like-
actually have decided to stop giving that disclaimer.
That's fair.
It just is what it is, folks. Like
Yeah.
once in a while, we don't talk about politics all the time, but once in a while it's going to sneak out. It is what it is. Welcome to the world.
Right.
So I'm going to put two back to back here that both happened in bathrooms.
Okay.
A public space that we all share we all know the reason, right?
Yep.
It seems to be there should be some mildly respectful decorum. We're all sharing this. We're strangers, right?
Yes.
Obviously, I'm only in the male washrooms.
Right.
Uh,
Keep it clean.
that seems to be going downhill quickly. The clean part is one, okay? I've been seeing more and more of just disaster areas when I go in places like, are you kidding me?
Right.
What about the rest of the world, you arrogant shit? Like, okay.
Right.
But here's a stance, and this might be an unpopular opinion, buddy. Air dryer versus towel after you wash your hands.
Towel.
And don't even get me started on the amount of people I see not washing their hands. Okay?
Yeah,
I'm
right,
going to
right.
pass by that because I
Let's
could talk
go-
about that for an hour, okay?
Yeah. Let's go past that
You said
Towel.
towel.
Every time.
Sorry, I cut you off. Towel every time, if available.
if available.
I believe when I see someone wash their hands and walk over, and on the left, there's a towel dispenser, and on the right, there's an air dryer, and they go to that air dryer voluntarily, that's their choice. If they're not dressed like Jane Goodall trying to save the gorillas by not wasting paper, I feel like reporting that person to the authorities. That's a
Yeah.
psychopath.
Right.
You want to blow your fucking... At least you washed your hands so they're wet. That's something. Just a paper towel right there. Dry. 5 seconds, you're out the door. Not
Right.
30 seconds of airboat.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. And let's talk sanitary about those fucking things for a minute. Like you're blowing that fucking air and that water off your hands all over the place.
This
And I
all
guarantee
presumes you
you
wash
didn't-
your hands properly.
Exactly. Because I guarantee you, fucking 95% of people don't.
Look, folks, I hate to be a negative Nancy here, but let me tell you, I can only speak for men going through the men's bathroom. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that women are 50% more hygienic than dudes.
I'm willing to bet.
Yeah, so maybe even a higher number, right?
Right.
There's a please, women, please chime in, right? There's lots of dudes that you see walk out without washing their hands at all,
Yeah.
and then there's other ones that you see just rinse the water on them and then go to the air dryer. That's my problem child right there.
The fake wash.
The fake water. You just
The
got
fake
your
wash.
hands wet, and then you went. If you're going to do that, you definitely have to go to a towel. Get that shit off your hands, maybe literally, and throw it in the trash, right?
Right.
No. Then you go over and blow them off with the air dryer.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's for people that actually use soap. Sang the little song from COVID.
Yeah,
wash their
right.
hands properly, right?
Yep.
Did the whole sing the 20-second song or whatever, and then dry them off after. No. That's
Scrub
them.
in between the fingers.
Yeah, like I would almost like to go back to the days where there was an attendant in bathrooms.
Oh yeah.
But so many of the places I go to, obviously they don't have an attendant in a bathroom, like 99.99 on to infinity.
Yeah.
Thinking back, I actually don't believe I was ever in a bathroom with an attendant. I've only seen it on TV and in films.
I've been in 4.
4. Okay, so you actually
4.
have.
Yeah. And it's a little weird when
Yes,
you
I
know
bet it
that
is.
there's a dude standing behind you watching you piss.
Yep.
It's a
Weird.
little weird.
That's a little weird. Yeah.
And then like I
Hands you a towel.
yeah,
after you
hands
wash
me
your
a
hands.
towel. Yeah, I wash my hands, hand me a towel, offered me body spray,
Okay.
like a cologne.
Thank God you said it. So I admit it. I'd never been in one of these bathrooms, right? That's my biggest hang up of this.
Yeah.
All the other things, okay. That guy's there watching you. That's a little weird.
Yep.
But it socially makes you wash your hands because then you have to go to that person for the towel.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got gum, he's got mints, but then he's like, hey, can I, one man to another, can I make you smell a little better? I was always like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking weird. And then
it's a little weird.
and then there's a tip.
Right.
And I'm like, shit. And I went to grab my wallet and I'm like, I don't have any fucking cash.
Right.
And he's like,
Crisp
It's
Pie 5.
yeah, he's
Shout
like
out to Deadpool, Crisp Pie 5.
Chris Pie 5. He's like, the first time it happened to me, he's all like, don't worry about it, man. He's like, a lot of people aren't prepared for this. And I'm like, no, fuck this. Give me a minute. I went out to the table, looked at the wife. I'm like, you got like a buck? Walked back in, gave it to him.
Which, by the way, is a really weird thing to have to say to people at your table, specifically your spouse, after you just came back from the bathroom. Hey, don't ask any more questions, but you got $1?
You got a buck?
If she didn't know there was a dude standing in there with the intent of making your bathroom experience more comfortable, that's a strange question to say to your wife.
I had to explain it when I came
I
back.
bet you
Yes.
fucking did.
Yes.
I
What?
bet you fucking did.
I believe the proper question was asked to me of what the fuck was that about?
Yeah.
Because they watch you walk into the bathroom.
Now, I hate to put you on the spot, but I believe the both of us have said multiple times in the history of the podcast here. Look, we'll use satire. We'll try to make you laugh, folks. We're never going to intentionally lie to you.
Mhm.
But I'm going to put John on the spot here.
Mhm.
Did you get a little sweet spray? Did you get a little cologne after you got back with your buck?
No,
You
I had
didn't.
plenty of cologne on.
You're
me.
already good. Okay.
I was
just
way
asking,
good.
Just asking.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
side question, and then I promise we're going to move on.
Yeah.
If they had your brand, would you have gotten a little
I
upgrade?
wouldn't have gotten any more.
You wouldn't have gotten it. Okay.
No,
Just
I had
asking.
plenty. I could
Just
smell
asking, okay.
myself. I was good.
All right. Perfect.
Like-
All right.
I did take a breath mint though.
Breath mint, a piece of gum. Toothpick for later. No harm, no foul. That's what they're fucking there for. I love the gum thing.
Right.
You know, a breath mint is great, but in my experience, gum lasts a little longer, and you get a little more juice for your squeeze. You know what I mean?
Right.
Come out,
Right.
chew a piece of gum. Nobody's going to judge you for that after your dinner
Exactly.
because you're probably going to take a leak after you finish your dinner or the coffee comes. Blah blah blah. Right.
Right.
So listen, I got a bunch of these, dude. If you've got something to jump in with, just jump in here because I also have some random thoughts that I was hoping to get your feedback on.
So, I can only tell this story because it came from directly to me from the person it happened to.
Okay, great.
Right.
I love a firsthand account.
Firsthand to me. They were going to a concert downtown, our lovely Minneapolis, concert, and they're there with a bunch of their friends, and they were heading. They found a parking ramp to park in, and the line to the elevator was super long, and they're like, "Well, fuck it, we'll just take the stairs." They start going down the stairs, and there happens to be a gentleman sitting in the corner, just pounding his meat like he was fucking angry.
I have happily never seen this in the wild.
I'm sorry. I firmly believe at some certain point, the crazy that's happening, right, has to be corrected by society. By society, not by the police force, not by, no, fucking society. Like,
Well, also, what you bring up is a great point. Yes, by society, because there's a real problem with this whole setup. All right. You get some crazy person, unhoused, which I'm going to bring up here in a minute. I hate that fucking
I
term.
hate that fucking word.
Homeless people.
Right.
And I'm not sympathetic, folks, before you tune out, okay? I do
Right.
have some sympathy for people who have fell on hard times for whatever reason and don't have a permanent residence. But
Absolutely.
it's some of the behavior. Anyways, we'll move on. They kind of get a pass for some of this ultra crazy behavior.
Right.
Right? That's out in broad public. A kid could walk by at any minute.
Right.
But then you hear about all the people who have indecent exposure fucking like convictions because they got drunk and when they were walking home, they decided to pee on that bush and it happened to be within 100 feet of school or whatever.
Yeah, somebody happened to see it.
There's an overcorrection on the other side of that. Like, also, we don't want strangers fondling themselves in front of kids in public places. Like, you could deal with that too, right, cops?
Right.
I know it's a pain in the ass. I'm also sorry that part of your job description is now dealing with people who are a gigantic pain in the ass.
Right. Right.
I feel bad for cops. I've said it before. It's a tough job, but you also got to deal with that shit. You can't just let it slide. And they do.
But how far do we let it go in society before society steps up and corrects it? Like there's some point that like cops can't be everywhere at all times, right?
Right. But here's the problem, dude. The fine line of how you can step in can really quickly fall into you now being in legal trouble for stepping in because the law, air quotes, whatever you happen to have done, you might have done something in a perfectly understandable fashion, but the technicalities of the law were like, well, no, you assaulted that guy. Or so people just fucking walk by.
Yep.
They're handcuffed by ridiculous things.
Yep.
Like
I can tell you honestly, if I was if I was in that group of people and say those group of people were my 3 daughters, there's a fair possibility I would have smacked that motherfucker right upside of his goddamn head and knocked him out cold.
Very reasonable possibility.
Like, you don't do that fucking shit, man. Like,
and
get fucked.
Right. Obviously, some of these people are not in their right mind.
Yeah,
also, again, folks, not unsympathetic, but it doesn't mean should be acceptable.
But I'm not going to ask that question before I did something.
Right. And then you find yourself in front of the judge.
Absolutely. I absolutely would.
That's
and
what I'm saying.
I'd be calling friends being like, hey guys, can you pull up some freaking bond money?
Yeah. Right. If you ever hear a fucking GoFundMe for John's fucking bail, help us out, folks.
Yeah. I don't know. I have a hard time anymore with it because a part of me really wants to do something, and then the other part of me is like, nope, can't fucking do nothing. Just have to let them do their stupid fucking retarded bullshit.
That's why I wanted to say this. We all as a peoples have to stand up together and start going, whoa, that's not okay.
Right.
Like, and if we don't, and if we seem to be accepting it, then you know what? So will law enforcement. Because if they're like, well, people are calling and complaining about it, so it's apparently just going to be tolerated.
Right.
That's a slippery slope. That's what I was getting at with this whole episode, right? If we let this kind of stuff slide. Oh, and side note, just to jump back real quick, buddy. I was talking about the towel versus air dryer thing. Today, I was in a washroom at a large material supply company, national chain.
Mm-hmm.
Just using the washroom real quick, getting some material, back to what I was doing. I walked out of a stall and there was a grown man at a urinal with his pants at his ankles. I walked out of that stall to a hairy stranger's ass, like a child. Dude, he was in his 50s, at least.
Huh?
Yeah. I know it sounds crazy. Like, again, folks, I don't mind telling a story. There's people in my family who made a career of lying and telling stories. I don't mind a lie for the sake of entertainment. I walked out of a stall and a grown man, older than me, was at the urinal taking a leak with his pants and everything around his ankles. I couldn't fucking believe it.
Dude, no.
It's the worst possible stall double take you can ever find yourself in that I shouldn't say that I've found myself in, because my brain wanted me to be like, the fuck did I just see, and look back? But the other half of my brain went, don't turn your head again, man.
Yeah, no shit, right?
Because
don't fucking do that.
We know what we saw.
No.
And confirming it is almost going to be worse. Like, you see the monster in the mirror, And then you turn your head like, no. You don't do
Right.
that.
Right.
You know it's there. Run.
Yeah.
Run away. Like grown man.
Did you just want to let out a what the fuck, man?
That's what my internal voice said. Verbatim.
I have sometimes let my internal voice out.
I also do too. Yeah, I also do too. But anyways, I just want to mention that like that was a grown man. That is apparently for him.
Jesus.
How
Jesus
that goes.
Christ.
He didn't progress because, by the way, for our few lady listeners, I know you know what a urinal is, but that's a real common thing for little boys, young boys, so that they don't
Lose control.
or drip splash on themselves, right? It's a pretty common thing for you. You'll be in a urinal and the dad will be holding the kid up or a slightly taller kid. That's pretty common with like little kids, right?
Right.
But not with adults.
Right.
I've never seen it.
No, I can't say I have either.
Now, if I was an asshole, I'd mention his ethnicity, but I'm not going to do that.
No, there's no reason. Like, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter in this particular case.
It's a horrible fucking... No, don't do that. Men, don't do that. Have some decorum.
That's awful, right?
Good Lord,
just to be
man.
clear, you mean the decorum of him using the urinal with his pants down, not me mentioning maybe bringing up his ethnicity.
Yes.
You meant his
Yes,
behavior, not
his
what I just
behavior.
said. Just be clear. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for somebody listening kind of casually, they could have thought John was berating me for what I said there.
No, ethnicity doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter in this case.
It's a character thing.
Although, if I was to tell you, and for the people who know me out there in the wild, if you ask me, I'll tell you. Kind of matters.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny.
And then, so we talked about the homeless real quick, buddy. On a side note here, how do you feel about, and I actually put it in brackets here so I could make sure I say this. I don't like this saying unhoused. I think unhoused is fucking ridiculous. It's unnecessary. Homeless people describes that situation perfectly fine. I'm going to continue to say homeless. What do you think when you see a homeless person with a dog? I feel bad always for people who are homeless. I wish that your life hasn't pulled you to that particular state.
I feel bad for the animal.
I feel bad for the dog more than
I feel worse for the animal.
Yes, that's what I was saying. I feel bad for saying it. I'm glad you agree. I feel bad for the animal more than the person. You can't reasonably take care of and you've now
Got a dog.
Now, because I mean, you never see somebody with a fucking cat, right? I did see a lady with a squirrel one time. True story.
Interesting.
We'll come back to it.
Yeah.
But yes, was it a homeless dog who is out in the wild in the cold who now at least has a tent or someone who's sharing it? You can't take care of yourself and you're taking care of a poor ant. Come on, people.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, the dog's not getting regular food. I mean, they're probably getting pretty good exercise, but
Getting good exercise, right? And they were probably out there lonely too, so they have a companion, which
Maybe.
also so does the person. I think I'm not a terrible person, folks, right?
I mean, it could have been like the person's animal when they became homeless,
Also
Right.
true.
and they
Right,
just
also
didn't want to
very
give
true.
up their animal because that's their kid, right?
Thank you, John. I never thought of that. That's a great point. So it's also that.
But yeah, man, if you can't take care of yourself, you're certainly not giving that dog. I mean, dogs don't take much, but if something goes wrong, you can't afford to take him to the vet.
The odds of fleas, ticks,
Fleas,
bites,
ticks.
like
Yeah.
you can't take care of that animal.
Yeah. No, I feel
Maybe
bad.
that's
I
us
feel
thinking
worse for the
animal. Maybe that's me thinking animals are kind of like kids. And they
Yeah.
need more care than they do. Maybe this is the old school version where the dog was outside 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
That just dawned on me. Maybe this is farm. Maybe they're farm dogs.
Could been.
Do you know what I mean? Maybe this is the 1950s farm dog where they're just like the dog outside, survived just fine for probably 70% as long. Like,
I will say that a lot of those animals that I see with homeless people are like labs, and they're not built for Minnesota cold.
they are
24 hours a day.
certainly not.
Like,
Certainly not.
but I don't know, and I hate to make assumptions about that because there's a lot of factors there. There's a lot of variables that I just don't know.
And sometimes I bring up these things to get a different perspective because I'm trying to be open-minded. And you and I, as much as we think similar for a lot of things, you're an excellent sounding board a lot of the time because sometimes I see a couple of extra degrees of, understanding. and sometimes when I miss them, you pick them up. So I appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, right back at you. I mean, it is nice to be able to talk about some of this stuff because I truly honestly believe that yes, the world is getting crazy. Yes, there needs to be a little bit more understanding of possible situations. I don't believe in the word leeway in this situation. I don't think there should be leeway.
No, leeway does not count in the situation.
I think what is tolerance without consequence is just ignorance.
I like that. Tolerance without consequence is just ignorance.
Like,
I like that.
You can be tolerant. I've had 3 kids. I'm very tolerant, but there is consequences.
I'm digging you.
But yeah, no, I'm sorry. Tangent. Like I said at the beginning, I think I'm having a fucking stroke.
I love that you're a little squirrely tonight, actually. Dude. This is almost as fun as when we talked about aliens and shit. This is great. Like you're into it. You're charged up.
Sidebar.
Yeah.
It was so bad, Jason. I was driving home today from work. I was talking to my wife, and she asked me what I want to do for my birthday dinner.
So glad you brought it up.
And I said to my wife, I don't know. I will come up with something in plenty of tough time to get the material for it.
All right, stop right there. Thank you that you used almost the exact same terminology that you said before we started recording. I have 2, possibly 3 issues with that statement. In order, because I think I'm going to develop a third as we go here. First of all, we have close to each other's birthdays.
Very close.
Coming up at the start of September, and you are after
end
me?
of August.
You're at the end of August. Okay. As of this recording, folks, it is the 8th. Problem number 1, John. I don't believe a grown man talking about his birthday more than 7 days in advance is acceptable. You can disagree if you want, and folks, if you think that's wrong, you can let me know. I don't think dudes should be discussing their birthdays more than 7 days in advance. If it comes up from a child, friend, spouse, whatever, I believe the acceptable answers are, whatever you guys think, or I don't care. But that's just me. Okay. Right. That's just me. So that's problem number 1 with your statement. Problem number 2, you said, and I'm paraphrasing a little, right? I don't know. I'll get back to you with the materials.
With plenty of time to get the materials.
What are you building, or your spouse is expected to build or construct for your birthday that she needs to be made aware of and given a list possibly of materials? Yeah. Did you mean ingredients when you said materials? Okay. Yes. I'll accept that.
It was so funny because Ashley's just like, hang on a second. Did you just say materials? I'm like, fuck yeah, folks, I did.
If you're not working in construction or the trades or any kind of trade, the fact that John said that is hilarious because we just kind of lump everything we need to get the job done together as material. That's why I wanted to bring it up.
Yeah, it was bad, dude.
That's great, dude. I love that you said materials. As soon as you said it before we started recording, I'm like, shut the fuck up. We're bringing that back up on the podcast. You didn't say ingredients because you were talking about a birthday dinner, and I understood what you meant. But you said materials and fucking cracked me up. Look, I'm tearing up. It's so fucking funny. That's great stuff, pal.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
shit,
that's why I said I think I'm having a fucking stroke.
My
brain is just melting away.
You might be having a mild stroke. All right. I want to go through a couple of quick funny ones here, and thank you everybody for bearing with us this week. John and I are going to go a little long because we know we missed the last couple.
Yeah.
Hey, it's summertime, folks. We're out having a good time. John has been busy because his work schedule isn't always perfect. So thanks for bearing with us. We're happy to have you back. So yeah, we'll go a little long today. All right, these are going to be just some quick. This is lightning round bangers, okay?
Okay.
Holy fuck, Halloween shit is out already. The second they got rid of the USA 250 stuff off the shelves at basically every place,
automatically switched.
It's fucking August.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to yell in your ear, buddy. I'm legitimately frustrated. It's fucking August.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
You get the 4th of July. You get Memorial, end of the summer / going back to school era where there's duotangs and pencil kits and colored pencils and you get that crossover for a bit, and once that calms down in September, Then you get to No, you don't just get to run this.
Right.
I am not happy.
Yep.
Fuck
No, I
off
saw the
all the
same
way
thing.
off.
Fuck all the
Are
way
you
off.
fucking kidding me?
Yep.
I walked in before we went on our trip. We were picking up some supplies to go to the motorcycle vacation. And I'm looking around going, I believe I said out loud, I wish Michelle had been with me because I was just doing some shopping on my own. I think I said out loud, is that a fucking jack-o'-lantern? The plastic shitty ones, you know what I mean?
Yep,
The kids
yep.
carry around and take their candy in.
Yep.
No, I'm not accepting this. It's
Fuck
too
you.
early.
Yep.
Now, if you're a person who's completely in love with the fall, I've said in the past, folks, I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're a fall person, you want to put out your pumpkin decorations and pumpkin spice signs. I'm not against that. It's the Halloween decorations, costumes. I mean, fucking one of them had shelves of candy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I know that stuff is full of preservatives, but keep the illusion for me that it's not.
It's probably from last year.
Right. It's not been sitting in a warehouse since 2025, right? Like, let me have my fucking lies. Don't.
Right.
Folks.
And here's the honest God truth about it, right? Is I always mean to like, if I'm going to buy Halloween decorations, I'm not paying full price for them. If I buy holiday decorations, I'm not buying full priced fucking decorations. I am waiting for the sale.
Yep. After Halloween.
The sale doesn't even fucking happen, but for like a day.
Right.
And then you fucking, the day after Halloween, they're all gone and fucking Christmas shit.
Thank you. That's my problem. You won't give me a week.
What the fuck are you doing?
You won't give me a week off to the side of the seasonal section where all the decorations from the last holiday are still available.
Yep.
Yeah, if I don't go in day one, I know the pickings are slim because the people who are smart about it go in right away. Like, right? You won't give me a week before you put no, the day, no, don't give me a day or 2 days. Give me a fucking week to come in and buy some shit up.
Right.
Which also, side note, you have kind of a 2-story house because your yard goes down really sloped in the back.
Yeah.
I'm going to call your place 2. Mine's mostly underground because it's a rambler. So mine's like 1 plus a basement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And mine really is considered
we have slightly different style homes.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me. I don't need a cough button, folks. I need a burp button.
Right.
What do you think is the biggest reasonable size holiday decoration that you should have in front of your home? Because some of the ones that you see at the big retailers are 30 feet fucking tall.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't need a 24-foot skeleton that moves its head and goes rah.
Right.
Although, if you love it, you love it. Like,
I would say legitimately the tallest that I would put in my yard, maybe 12 feet, maybe.
Slightly past the height of your, in my opinion, slightly past the height of your gutters is reasonable. If you're over the tallest peak of your home,
that's too much.
That's a bit much. And if you have a legit 2-story off your front ground level, you don't even get to go that far.
Right. If you're reaching your top windows in a 2-story home, like that's the top of those windows.
Right.
That's it. Don't be going for the roof.
In my mind, to fire back to what we were talking about earlier, not fire back, pardon me, circle back. This seems to me like the tetanus of holidays where they're trying to convince people like, no, people who really love the holiday have a skeleton, Santa Claus, Easter bunny that's above the peak of their house.
Yeah. Just obnoxious.
Obnoxious.
No.
Too much. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Again, folks, I love Halloween. It's legitimately my favorite holiday.
I really like going and seeing people's houses that are like all decked out and decorated with some like crazy shit.
Definitely
like,
right.
Even for Christmas and how like I love going, I'm not going to do that.
Right. Now, here's the deal. It's funny you bring that up because I just realized something interesting. We will, on one of the first snowy nights in the Midwest, get in the car or the truck, drive around a few neighborhoods that we know like to step it up a little for the holidays and look at Christmas lights.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized I've never done that for Halloween, even though I like Halloween. But I think we could agree that people decorate way less for Halloween than they do for Christmas.
You should come out here to where I'm at and let me take you for a drive.
Okay.
Like,
we'll do that. We'll videotape it for the fucking pod, man.
Yeah, there's
I'll do that.
one neighborhood that usually has like 4 or 5 of them, and everybody usually has something in the neighborhood, but 4 or 5 of them that are really fucking blown out.
Because here's the deal, man. Ironically, I decorate more on the outside of the house for Christmas and probably Canada Day / the 4th of July than I do for Halloween, even though it's my favorite holiday.
Yeah.
I'm worried to be that guy who really gets into it and then people come back year after year expecting it. I don't want to pigeonhole myself into spending a week setting up for Halloween
Right.
and then 2 days tearing down because now people are like, oh, what happened to all the cool shit you had? I'm like, fuck, all right. I don't want to do that to myself.
I need you to remind me as Christmas gets here. If I make a trip back to the hills, and I will go take a video of this one particular house. They do this thing up every year, and it's so goddamn funny. You'll laugh your ass off because his is all decked out. There's music playing, there's lights, there's scenes, just this big fucking production.
Yeah.
And his neighbor next to him got a lighted sign that just says ditto with an arrow.
I respect both of those things equally. And let me be clear. Again, I should be more because look, folks, I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to look at my phone, but I bet you I've saved 24 videos about DIY Halloween decorations that I could make with stuff I could get from my shop for free. Palettes and cheap paints, lights and stuff, right?
Right.
And our buddy Crispy, friend of the show, Steve Crisp, who's been on multiple episodes, his son down in Florida they go all out.
He fucking loves that holiday.
They go, and again, I'm not against it. I'm scared to get to that point. I'm not saying what they're doing is wrong. I don't want to fall into being the, oh my God, I got to do full on people in the neighborhood from other neighborhoods can't miss coming by and seeing what this house did this year.
Right.
I'm not against what they're doing. It's a commitment.
Right.
It's just a commitment I'm not willing to do right now.
I'm going to be perfectly honest. It's really hard for me to justify the cost. It's really hard for me to dump the money on it. You know what I mean? Which sounds silly, but I think that's where my hang up is. Because I look at the decorations and even on sale and stuff like that, and you can buy them online all year round. I understand this. Amazon's a great thing, but I look at them and be like, do I really need it?
I got to tell you, I feel the same in a slightly different way. I'm not there about the cost of the decorations. I'm there about the cost of my time to set up and tear down said decorations. At least with Christmas, you get a few weeks of setting up a tree, and they get look, folks. I put up a post last year. I still put up a full Christmas village every year.
Yep. But
it takes me an hour to set it up inside. It's not me out in the yard on a ladder arguing with the wife for a Saturday to Sunday, 2 weekends in a row, right?
Right.
But you do get a little more leeway with the longer term Christmas lights up than you do with the one night of Halloween. Halloween is a night. Christmas is a season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you do get more leeway there, and you don't have to tear it down as fast because you got another holiday right behind it.
Right.
You know,
but also, as I was saying, Crispy's boy, shout out to Nick and his pal Jeff, who set it all up. Like, people on that street and neighborhood they live in, it's kind of their thing. They like to go a little overboard.
Yeah.
I also like that because when I go for a ride to check out lights, I want to see overboard. I'm just unwilling to do it myself.
Right.
So.
Right.
All right. Well, there I am. But yes, Halloween shit is already out, folks.
Yeah, fucking nuts.
Yeah. So, all right. Again, we're going to jump around a little here.
I thought you said lightning round.
This is. But you had some good points and you stretched it out.
It's my fault. I get it. Moving on.
As most things are. What do you think about people grocery shopping at the gas station?
Oh, that's a hard one. I don't really have a problem with that because
I'm not talking about a great gas station, say like the Quick Trip. Shout out to the Quick Trip. We love them.
Oh, that's where I was going.
Podcast, please do. A regular, no, not the Quick Trip. Not where they have a bunch of stuff. I'm talking about a more simplified, basic.
Like a Casey's.
Like a Casey's, like a Holiday, like a Speedway. where they picked up a basket walking in, and they don't have no. Yes, you maybe just happen to pull off the highway or whatever, but I see it enough that's like, no, you could have went a mile or less down the road to a grocery store where they have milk and bread and sandwich meats. I mean,
Well, a lot of the gas stations have all that too, right? Like the standard stuff.
yeah,
But the problem is the fucking price of them.
and they definitely were taken in a lot of cases, not all. I've looked at best before dates and timestamps and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just talking on my ass here. A lot of that stuff, I think, is stuff that's close to its air quotes expiry, best before date, whatever, at a grocery store.
Sure.
And when they pulled it out of there because it was getting close, that then gets dropped off at the local gas station chain.
That's a funny theory. I doubt that happens. But
I don't doubt it at all. I
do.
appreciate that you're being.
I will say I doubt it because I think on those items they're just not purchased at gas stations that often, so they're gonna sit there a while.
Hold on a minute. The gas stations definitely want to have things on their limited amount of shelves that are high purchase, high frequency items. You could agree with that, yes?
Yes.
They have limited space compared to a grocery store, yes?
Sure.
Okay. So the things they would have there would be things they'd expect to turn over quickly because they would be more popular, more common things. So you could sell a bag of marshmallows and a Hershey bar and a graham cracker that was probably going to expire in 2 weeks for someone who stopped in, who was going camping, who wanted to make s'mores, as an example. Sandwich meat, because you want to make some sandwiches to go 2 minutes. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you got something going there, but I don't think they're going to pull items out of one place and just put them at a gas station.
Well, why do you believe that?
That's
all right. While you're hesitating,
that's not how distribution.
Hold on. I might be able to either sell you on this or dig in the fact that this might have to be a whole separate episode. Okay. About expiry dates.
Okay.
If an expiry date on something, so let's say it's today. So as of this recording, folks, it's the 18th of August, Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah.
If the expiry date on milk, best before date, said 3 days from now.
Okay.
Don't you think there's a little fucking gimme room there, brother? Come on. They're not going to have it down to the line. They don't want people getting sick off of milk or eggs or cottage cheese or fucking bread or whatever it is, right? There's some fucking wiggle room there. Have you been to an Aldi? There's my question. Have you been to a fucking Aldi?
I have. I absolutely have.
You know that the Aldi stuff is way closer all the time to that best before date than any commercial chain grocery store. Come on now.
Yeah.
You don't think fucking gas stations do that?
I can't believe gas stations can do that. Maybe they do. I'm going to say it's a possibility. But
we'll do a whole
just
episode on fucking expiry dates.
I will
I'm
fucking research
right
this shit.
Yeah, we'll research it. I promise right now, folks, we're going to do a whole episode on fucking expiry dates because I think they're pretty liberal. Not in a political way, but in a generous sort of
yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
All right. So this one I'm a little nervous about. Did you have something?
No. Go ahead.
All right. So this one I'm a little. So I mentioned at the start that this is some of these weren't completely psycho. Okay. Some of these were just sort of a little like, ooh. What do you think about? You show up at a barbecue, hanging out with some friends.
Right.
And you see the person putting on the grill 3 different kinds of meat. So when I say that, let me be clear. There's some beef product, and there's some pork product, and there's some chicken product.
Mm-hmm.
And then you notice they have 2 sets of tongs.
I don't think I give a shit.
You don't give a shit?
I don't think so.
You're not worried about any sort of trichinosis with pork, salmonella, cross contamination. I mean, beef is beef, right? But if you touch the fucking pork and then the beef, you're not gonna fuck around. You don't care about that at all.
I don't think I really give a shit. I think it. How do I say this? Depends on the grill. I'm gonna get real picky Real picky.
My charcoal grill. My 36 by
no, I wouldn't give a shit.
18 charcoal grill.
Would not give a shit.
You wouldn't give a shit at all.
Nope, not a chance.
But is that because you know that I wouldn't fucking cross contaminate? Is that because it's me? What if it was not stranger? What if it was
say just a random
you met a
barbecue,
person
like a
3 or
block
4
party?
times and they finally invited you to your house and they're
Yeah, I wouldn't fucking care. I wouldn't care because of the simple fact of, one, you're cooking that meat far enough to kill that bacteria.
you assume. Continue.
It better be, right?
Assume.
If you're on
Continue.
a grill, yes, you would assume that it's going to be, right? Here's where I would be a little bit more hesitant on this. Charcoal grill, gas grill, a regular grill with grates, that's one thing. But say they were doing that on a Blackstone or a flat iron.
Careful. Oh, careful.
No.
Continue, but careful with the Blackstone talk.
Right.
Continue.
Because I love them. I want to buy one. I'm probably going to buy one in the next year. But say that because all of those release juices, right, as they're cooking chicken, like they have,
yes,
and
okay,
then that juice goes to the other ones, then I'd probably start having just a hiccup. I still don't think I'd care, but I'd probably be like,
fuck.
like my
I'm
chicken.
angry. I'm angry about how right you are there. Fuck.
Yeah, my chicken is now taking a fucking bath in pork grease.
Blackstone is different. The grill, all the juices fall through. Again, I was talking about the cross contamination from Tongs.
Right.
Because here was the original question, right? How many sets of barbecue ready high temp tongs do you have in your house? I have 2, but only because my brother-in-law gave me a second set like 5 years ago. I would have 1 set of barbecue tongs.
I have 3 I can use. I have a long metal set that's not technically barbecue tongs, but they're stainless steel. They'd work.
Yeah, see, so I have 2 stainless steel sets, but that's it.
Yeah.
So I literally had to use a fork and my hand and try not to burn it, flipping the last thing, right?
Right.
I had a pork tong, I had a chicken tong, and then I had a finger tong for the beef. Just now, for what it was worth, to be honest, it was a shish kebab, so it wasn't like I was trying to flip over a steak or anything, folks, with my hands, right? But
there's the other caveat to that. You said it perfectly right there. A shish kebab. There's a lot of shish kebabs that have multiple meats on them.
I've never seen one.
I've seen one with chicken and beef on it. Chicken and a steak bit.
You and I have not had an argument on the podcast in over a year. Buckle up. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I have never.
Once?
John, you are one of my closest friends. I love you. I take a bullet for you, man. I've never seen a shish kebab with multiple meats on it. What kind of weird Wyoming, South Dakota bullshit are you going on?
It may have been somebody just being creative with a fucking kebab, right?
No. Creative with the kebab. Shut the fuck up. No,
I wasn't the one cooking the kebabs.
Look, I'm going to give you a minute here, okay? Thanks, folks, for sticking with us this long. We actually have probably the funnest part of this still coming up yet. We haven't even got to. So bear with us here. Show me on Zoom. Send me an image of a shish kebab that's not fucking AI creator shit that has more than one meat on it. Send me an image. Anything that has pork and chicken, pork and beef, whatever the fucking mix is.
Okay, fair enough.
It could be goddamn goat meat. Show me one fucking image that's not the same meat on the same shish kebab. Get the fuck out of here. That's crazy American fucking... That's crazy shit.
All right, fucking hang on. Hang on to your fucking...
All right. I'm going to continue as we go here, folks. John's trying to find something. That's fucking insanity.
Right fucking here. Can you see this?
I'm going to full screen.
Meat lovers kebabs. This is a fucking recipe for it.
Go back up. Don't be fucking scrolling by quick like you're fucking on it and shit.
That is steak and chicken right next to each other. Get fucked.
Yeah, get salmonella. Not get fucked. Scroll up a little. What's this lady's name? She looks perfectly sweet. Hey,
I'm
there,
Mary. I'm Mary.
All right, Mary's Meat Lovers.
Mary.
This is, I can't see the actual...
Meat lovers kebabs, a trio of pork and chicken with lovely marinades ready for the grill.
With lovely stomach cramps, lovely trichinosis and salmonella if you don't cook. No, come on now. All 3 of those meats, I'm not going to say this is a statement. I'm going to ask you
pork
I want you to-
tenderloin. chicken
hold
breast,
on.
and
I want
beef
you to be
fillet.
realistic, okay? Stop. I'm so happy we had the argument. It's been so long. Honestly, man,
Yeah.
you're pretty good on the grill. You're a good cook, okay?
Mhm.
Are you telling me that chicken, pork, and beef should be cooked to the same temperature?
No, they absolutely should not. But
Then how the fuck are you doing that if they're on the same shish kebab, dickhead? Come on now.
dude, I don't make these fucking rules.
How? No. It's not rules.
No, but
That's not rules. That's fucking what is it? The second law of thermodynamics? Fucking.
now, here's what I will say. Kebab meats, pieces like that are going to cook super fast, right? You want your chicken and your pork to reach that 165 mark, right? Your beef, you want it to be at 135. You can't do anything. You're going to have tough fucking meat.
Oh my Jesus. How is everything you just said wrong?
You want a medium rare piece of meat, it's 135. If you're eating steak over medium rare, you're a fucking heathen and you should go for it.
No. In our household, if my wife's steak is past 100 and mine made it to 130, I'm a fucking failure.
Then you're on the rare side of medium rare. Technically.
We certainly are kind of on that, right?
Over medium rare, you're a heathen.
Yeah, but you said 165 for chicken. Totally agree. We can agree on that. Okay.
Is it pork 165?
No. Here's the thing. I'm going to let you know. For those of you out there who are overcooking your pork, I came to a highly important piece of information years ago, maybe 7. They lowered the temperature for fully cooked pork to 145 years ago.
Ground pork must be cooked to 160.
Yes. But
tough barbecue cuts like pork shoulder.
A pork chop, they lowered it years ago. They realized they went way too far, buddy. Please, folks, if you're normally audio listeners, get into this point of the video and look at John's face to see him realize that no. I also did the same thing, buddy. I used to overcook pork. And then they lowered it, and I'm gonna get sick. I'm gonna get trichinosis. No. You don't have to. You cook pork more like 145 now.
145.
Say it's perfectly cooked.
Yeah.
Juicy. Yeah. 160. Chicken level on pork, it's a little dry now. So.
Yep. But you're right. I will give you this, Jason. You are right. If you're doing kebabs and they got all 3 meats on them, dude, like you're not cooking the kebab like a kebab. I'm pretty sure that if I read that recipe that I just pulled up, it probably has you cooking them at separate and then putting each piece on the kebab.
Or they don't care about dry chicken and slightly undercooked steak, because what I just said puts beef at a lower level, pork at the mid, and chicken at the high.
But you're going to want to cook your chicken to that fucking high.
You're going to want to cook your goddamn chicken so you don't make yourself fucking sick, right?
Right. Place the pork, beef, and chicken into 3 separate bowls. Add the marinade. Okay, hang on. I'm going to fucking go through this. We're using metal skewer. No, you put it all on together. The heat will conduct better through the meat. Start by using put metal skewers. Yeah.
Now, I must admit, I do have stainless steel metal skewers for just a specific point. I warm them up in advance.
Yeah.
So they cook than you want if you put those 3 things on there. Because if you cook all 3 of them at the same temperature, regardless of the temperature, one's going to be off.
They're going to be on.
Hold on. Beef, chicken, pork on the same skewer, okay?
Yep.
We just talked. And you looked it up and you realized that pork, you were off on that, right?
Yep.
We don't have to agree on the temperature numbers, but we can agree that they seem to be about 20 apart. Personal preference, right?
Yep.
Let's say you like your steak at a medium rare 120, 125.
Mm-hmm.
145 is cooked for pork, 165 for chicken, 20, 20, 20.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
If you get it to 145, your steak is overcooked, your chicken is undercooked.
Yep.
You can't eat that chicken.
No.
Right? You'd feel pretty safe about the pork and you'd feel fine about the steak, but it might be a little too much.
Little tough, right?
Get the fuck out of here. How are you going to cook 3 things that have such a wide temperature? Right. Not you personally, but I mean the person who had this. No, God love this lady. Yep. I love the idea of a skewer that has multiple meats on it. I'm not
Right.
against that. I'm picking that thing up and trying not to burn my hands. I got fucking oven mitts on my hands. Just like
So
I'm
here's-
getting after it, right?
Here's the instructions she gives. If you like your beef medium rare, please cut the chicken a little smaller so it cooks faster than the beef, or put the chicken on separate skewers so it has more time to cook.
Right. Sure. But hey, I'm not fucking Anthony Bourdain. Like, I agree with that. Sure. Cut the chicken. Okay. So I'm
Half
not
the
saying the
thickness
math
is-
is right? Sure. The chicken is half the thickness of the steak and the
Yep.
pork is somewhere in between.
Right.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that.
No, not a chance in hell. Get fucked.
I'm not. No,
What's
I'm
so
not
funny-
I'm not measuring. I'm not a Japanese fucking samurai fucking cutting my shit. Like, no, fuck off. I'm not
Right.
doing all that.
So here's what I love about this. We can argue about this, but then we come to the end of, and we're we're on the same page. Like, I've proven it can be done. We both agree that it probably shouldn't.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Right?
I'll agree with all that.
You should not cook three meats together side by side on a fucking. I've seen it. I've eaten it. What I had was just chicken and beef, but I didn't have the pork.
I knew that was going to be a fun one.
Interesting.
I knew that was
Interesting.
going to be a fun one.
So can we talk about the fucking shit that happened in fucking Wisconsin at the state fair with the kids, with the teenagers?
Can I take 60 seconds and talk about the last barbecue thing before I move on?
Yes.
Please and thank you.
Yes.
So on the note of that, a couple years ago for my birthday, my mother-in-law was nice enough to send me a fancy grill Tong set and personalized what was the actual term I had there? I just want to make sure. Apron. Barbecue apron. So it's got some different pockets in it for your tools, and
Right.
it's got the little strap you tie around your back or whatever.
Sure.
Oh my God. Like, barbecue guys are definitely big guys, because I finally made the effort to put mine on not long ago.
Yeah.
I tied it up all the way to my back. It was hanging down behind me like a train from a fucking wedding.
I'm gonna hate to burst your bubble.
And then I had the thought of, well, probably barbecue guys are bigger dudes.
That's
What
not
is
why
it up
you're
for my message,
supposed
dude?
to wrap it around you and tie it in the front so that you can easily take it off.
Sure, I can see that. Okay.
I would eat up a lot of fabric there, bro.
All right, if you're watching on video, folks, we appreciate you listening on audio, but if you're watching on, yeah, that's right. If I wrapped it around me and came back around, that would be a much more reasonable. Good call, buddy.
Yeah.
Good call. All right, I digress. Good call, pal. All right, I take it back. Yeah, you're supposed to wrap it around the front to make it easier. Sure you do. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Because there's a lot of guys, and to that point is, yes, there's a lot of guys that are bigger boys that do.
Right, but also if
barbecue,
you're
right?
a big dude,
You're
you
not
have the
reaching
extra
behind your
real
back.
estate. Yeah. Also, if you're a big dude, you're probably not reaching behind your back. Yeah. Sorry to the big dudes out there. Look, we love you. So
I don't want to eat barbecue from a skinny guy. Do not. Like,
all right, we're gonna do two things quick, and then we're gonna move on to what you were just saying, buddy. Two things. One, it was a joke that people used to say when I was younger, and it always sort of stuck with me, was you don't trust a skinny cook.
Mhm.
You don't trust a cheap lawyer. And the third one is pretty racist, so I'm not going to say it.
right. I think I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I've heard it before.
Yeah, for those of you who've heard it, yeah. Sorry, that's why I'm not saying it out loud. What was the other part? See, folks, this is why you're not supposed to drink when you're podcasting.
And you're having a stroke.
Yeah, and I'm having a stroke like John did. All right, we'll move on. The Wisconsin, sorry, folks. If you live in the Midwest, Wisco is the short version for Wisconsin.
Right.
The Wisco State Fair fight is fucking ridiculous.
Why does it seem to me, because I was all teenagers, and from what I had heard, and I could have gotten bad information, but from what I understand, they just started fucking going after random people. It wasn't like two groups fighting each other. It was random people.
All right, so I guarantee you, folks, John is an excellent producer here, along with our producer Ripley. He's gonna make sure that this link is on the show notes.
Absolutely will.
Here's what happened. At almost, not exactly, But at almost the same moment at the Wisconsin State Fair, and this was August 16th, there was groups of teenagers who were going around, and we have the video up there for you. They just started kicking the shit out of people. I'm sure we can both agree, you and I, John, that this is not acceptable behavior.
No.
Right.
No. And me personally, this is how I want it done. This is how I want to handle. Fucking teenagers. Teenagers are doing this, right? Okay, fine. Guess who else is going to get drug in fucking court? Their parents. Because that could have been fixed with a good solid wood fucking spoon when they were 6.
Yep.
Fuck
Switch.
you and this
Are you familiar? Are Americans familiar with the Switch?
Yes.
I never did ask you that. You know what the Switch is. Okay. The switches are important. Switch is a highly important learning tool for children.
And you go get it yourself, damn it.
And the psychological effect of going get it yourself is also very important. Yes. Mm-hmm. So here's the broad strokes, folks. And also state fairs are kind of a big thing in the States. I have sort of a side note here at the end that I'm worried is going to be a bit anticlimactic now, but it's all right. We promised you a slightly longer one because we've been gone for a couple of weeks. So one police officer was injured, but not seriously. And according to the video, at one point there was 4 separate incidences where groups of teenagers were kicking the shit out of another person for whatever reason. Probably they just picked a reason. Mm-hmm. So they could make the excuse to beat them up.
Right.
Years ago, Wisconsin had changed the rules specifically to say that anyone under the age of 18 after the time of 6 p.m. needed to be accompanied by a parent or legal guardian who is at least 21.
Right.
They were aware this had been a problem. Wisconsin made an effort to stop this. So I'm not bagging on Wisconsin here. Side note, after France recently changed some rules about young people living or going to bars and restaurants with their adults, Wisconsin is now, for what we know, one of the last places in the world where that kids underage can drink with their parents.
Right.
I think the last place that changed it was the country of France.
Yeah. Yeah, they're holding out strong.
Yeah, the state of Wisconsin is still like, that's fine. Like, if my kid wants to have a beer, it's okay. Your kid's 14. Yeah, but he's with me. It's okay.
Right.
There was at least 7 arrests so far. They haven't given out a lot of details. Cops showed up
minors.
in force.
They can't.
Because they can't, because each and every one of these people were probably minors. I mean, what do we do, dude? Like you said, it's the anti-wooden spoon generation.
Yeah, like, look, I don't agree in child abuse. I'll say that right there before everybody fucking comes at me about a fucking wooden spoon.
I agree with child rearing,
child discipline, because look, children are fucking heathens and they're little fucking gremlins that don't have a fucking developed frontal lobe.
Yeah, they're goddamn little savages until men are 25 and women are 21. Like,
right. And even then, they're still fucking retarded.
Right.
Like, look, the rule of thumb around my house is at the age 13, the brain fucking turns to liquid, runs out the ears, and it takes another 13 years to grow a new one. So, like, we've seen it. We're going to keep seeing it, and it's going to keep happening time and time again. We had the fucking Wisco, the state fair fight. We had the fucking kids running wild on the fucking beaches. We had the fucking teenager takeover, whatever the fuck that was. Like, parents, start figuring out, like, let's go back to the old days where you'd see that ad come across the TV. Parent, do you know where your teen is?
Do you know where your kids are?
Like, let's start having that again. Oh,
we talked about it 6 episodes ago.
Right.
Do you know where your kids are?
Like, parents have to be held accountable, and especially now. And here's where I'm going to get a little bit fucking political, because from what I understand, Minnesota just passed another fucking law that said that no child under the age of 13 can be taken to court. They cannot be taken into the court system. That's fine. Take the parents.
Yep.
Take the parents. You want to fucking hold somebody accountable? Take the fucking parents, because I guarantee you it's going to happen once, and then the parents are going to be like, no, motherfucker, I'm not doing that again for you. Get your ass back over here.
This is
I need to stop.
The no spanking And again, folks, I've admitted it for literally years now. I don't have any kids. So my opinion on parenting needs to be taken with a gigantic grain of salt.
Yep.
But I know what young people are like because I've had plenty of nieces and nephews and apprentices and whatnot. If you praise them for everything they do good and you ignore everything they do bad, this is what happens.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
when there's no
highly
discipline.
recommend before anybody, even go back 3 minutes in our talk here, go back, check the link on our show notes and look at the video. It's ridiculous.
So let me give a scenario. What should have happened there? Like, that is a perfect moment to where fucking society should have stepped in. Start smacking the fuck out of them.
All right.
Oh,
here's
your
my
kids.
opinion.
I don't care.
Look, it's not going to be in a popular opinion. And I actually have this and then another really unpopular opinion, maybe here in a second. I think that you should be able to go out and take a training course as a regular citizen on the proper, safe, legal use of a taser.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're out in public, you should be allowed to do that within the realm of what you learned, what is safe and proper. And I think there's plenty of people out there, young and old, and we all know, look, young people are fucking stupid.
They absolutely are.
They're dumb. They're, sorry, folks, not mentally, but just, retarded. Like, I'm fine to say that word. That's not about handicapped people. That's about people making dumb fucking decisions, right? There's plenty of young retarded people. They maybe need to get lit up with 50,000 volts occasionally while they wait for the cops to show up, and then as you said, let their parents deal with the fucking ramifications of that.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing here?
Right.
You can't let them go because they want clout on TikTok or Instagram or...
It's fucking, they're going for shock effect. I want to be viral.
I want to be viral. Shock and awe. No, you don't. You want to go to prison? You want to stand up in front of a judge in your cheap ass suit that you bought because you can't show up there in a t-shirt and shorts and...
No, they'll be in the fucking county orange jumpsuit.
Right. You want that for your kids? No. Pull your fucking kids together. Like, stop all this bullshit.
Right.
I fucking hate it, man.
Right. No, I don't. I honestly believe fucking start dragging the parent, hold the parents accountable, and they'll start actually fucking parenting their kids again, maybe.
I certainly think they will.
Like, do you understand you are here in front of this court because of your child? That's why you're here. This is what's going to happen to you. Like,
I couldn't have said it better myself, man.
Oh, it's fucking nuts, dude. It's absolutely.
So as we said, folks, crazy times out there, but if we let everybody get away with these things and no one mentions anything about it, it's just going to get worse.
Yep.
Don't be scared. If you see something crazy out there, say something. Yeah. Think about the old school airport color codes. Remember? We're at orange today. If you see something, say something.
See something, say something.
Right? Yep. If you see something, say something, folks. It's not to the TSA, but it's the people out there in the real world. If someone's doing some crazy shit, don't be scared to go, hey, stop being fucking crazy, do crazy shit. Let's just fucking calm it all down here, right?
Right.
Stop wearing no shoes on the sidewalk.
Yeah, for the love of God, get some shoes on.
Stop starting fights at county fairs.
Yep.
Stop putting multiple kinds of meat on your goddamn grill. If you have your grill meats are limited to the amount of tongs that you have to flip those particular meats. And the reason I made the preface at the start of this, folks, about not everybody was a psycho, it was my missus when we had some people over that got 3 different kind of meats.
That's
so funny. If she did hear about this, I didn't want her to think I called her a psycho.
I will honestly say, Jason, I think the closest I've ever came to that is I've cooked a burger and a hot dog.
The particular moment that brought this up for me, I had never done more than 2. And when I did the 2, one of them had been basically cooking in the crock pot all day and was probably already there. And I was just trying to char it up a little.
Yep. Ribs. Yeah.
And then I had burgers and hot dogs, 4th of July over at our place here, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So just so we know. Dude, This was a lot of laughs. I appreciate us taking the time tonight. Thanks again, everybody. We're sorry we missed the last couple of weeks, but
Thanks for
John
bearing
and
with
I have
us.
both been busy. We appreciate you bearing with us. If you have any opinions about any of these things, please reach out and let us know. 507-607-ISAW. That's 507-607-4729. Sorry, folks. I had a couple of whiskeys tonight. 4. But what I would say is, man, I wanted to end on one of these. It seems to be sort of interesting to people, so I wanted to include one tonight.
Mm-hmm.
The Is It Racist?
Mm-hmm.
I want to get your opinion on this.
Yeah.
I'm going to make my comment. I'm going to give you your opinion, and then we're going to walk off into the sunset here, okay?
Sure.
But before we do that, I want to give our final thoughts on this. I think I already did. I'm a little annoyed about your whole point about wrapping the apron straps around you. I thought I had a real point about that, and then you sort of fucking shot it down.
Sorry.
Kind of right. It bugs me a little, but thank you. That's why you're here. Of all the craziness in the world, before I give you the final Is It Racist thought, what did you want to say about everything we talked about tonight? Is there anything I missed?
Oh no, dude. It's just we've covered quite a bit. There's a lot of crazier shit out there. People are seeing tons of shit all the time. All the fucking time. Look, I'm tired of walking into job sites when we're working downtown and there's human shit on the sidewalk. Yeah. I really don't like that. I'm sick and tired of that.
We really shouldn't have to watch for that. We shouldn't have to look down for that.
Yeah.
I agree
Again,
with that.
as I said at the beginning, if I wanted to live in a third world country, I'd live in a third world country. I'm losing faith in humanity.
You're absolutely not wrong. All right, folks. So as we end here, I just want to thank everybody for listening again this week. Sorry we missed a couple there, but John and I are back on track. We're going to get some fun ones coming up. We've got some on-site recordings coming up. We've got some guests again we're trying to get back on. So bear with us here. We're having some laughs. So this is my Is It Racist for this week, man. And I don't think it is, but I want to get your opinion.
Sure.
On a scale of 1 to 10, if a black person refers to you after you did something that they considered cool as my N-word, on a scale of 1 to 10, how great a day is that? You made a comment, you told a joke, you did something, and you had somebody go, my N-word. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good does that make you feel?
Oh, that's a great question because it depends on who it's coming from.
Someone you respect.
If I respect and I know.
Yeah, someone you know. But also occasionally from a random stranger.
I'm not okay with the random stranger thing. But if I know them, that's fucking awesome.
You're okay with a random stranger thing. So just to be clear here before we wrap it up, you're walking down the street, you're talking to a friend of yours, you guys are just going from point A to point B. And you're making a point and you say something that you think is going to be funny and it makes your friends laugh. And then some random person, in this particular case, a black person, goes, "That's funny, my N-word." Do you not like a compliment? Does a compliment, and again, this is the section we've been doing occasionally for a while now. Is it racist? Does a compliment from a black person carry a little more weight with you?
No.
I
mean, I think it's the same. A compliment's a compliment. I'll take the compliment.
Okay.
I don't yeah, sure. In that case, I like how you worded that. I like, the scenario you give a random person, saying, that's cool. But I'm okay with that. Now,
it doesn't carry any extra weight with you.
No, not really.
All right, folks, I got to tell you honestly,
I guess it's never happened to me. So maybe it does. But I guess in my mind is if I'm with my buddy, I care more about my buddy than some random fucking person. I don't care about random people. I don't know them. They could die tomorrow. I'm not going to lose sleep.
I appreciate that. You make a good point there. For me, yeah. So let me take a step back. Someone you know. Someone you've worked with, you respect it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's something about it that carries just a little extra weight with me.
Yeah, if I know them, yeah, maybe.
See, here's the thing. So let me try to sell you real quick, and then we're gonna let everybody go for the day here. All right?
Yeah.
It's it's just a little extra. Again, so we're talking about people we know, somebody we respect, not a random stranger. Although a compliment from a random stranger, excellent.
Yeah.
Right? But it's the use of a term that we can agree is generically negative
To us, because we are two white guys.
Right. But to us, because we're fucking, I never had.
That's our word. by the way.
Oh, I'm really fucking walking on eggshells here, folks.
Watch your words.
Yeah, I know. I almost said a word that I was really uncomfortable with there for a minute. I have the utmost respect for every culture, but there are words within specific cultures that we know are negative, but yet when it's used in reference to you in a good way, is a positive thing.
Yeah, no, I'll agree with you. I'm okay with receiving that because it's that they get to say the word.
Yeah. I don't get to say the word.
Yeah, they get to say it. They get to say it. They have full range to say it.
Yes,
Full freedom.
But
I'm not going to tell them what to say. But it doesn't.
Fucking obviously not. You're not going to tell anybody. The fact he said tell was way worse than anything I was going to say.
Right.
Which is great, right? Now, what I'm saying is, when you hear the negative, it's not a good word, but used in a positive way towards yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying that's never happened to you.
No, I don't get compliments.
Well, I feel terrible for you, dude, because I got one of those recently.
Yeah.
And as a incredibly white dude, hearing that compliment from somebody who's completely different cultured, that's a pretty great thing. So if anyone out there is listening and they know what I'm talking about, reach out, let us know. Because
I can definitely see it. Is it racist? No, absolutely not. I don't think it is, Jason.
Okay, good. Thank you for that, because I felt a little bit racist about that.
No, because of course you didn't say it, right? You didn't say it to him. He was saying it to you, and it's their culture, it's their word, it's their language, it's their lingo, right? It's just like him saying that to you is like me saying to you, dude, that's awesome, right? That's what it equates to. Now, I
can explain why I felt that it was racist, if I could do that quick.
Sure.
We're going to end on this, folks. Here's why it felt to me as me being racist. We have admitted that my sense of humor can be a bit dark at times.
Sometimes, yes.
What the person said to me was, your sense of humor is so dark that fat white women want to have babies with it. That's where I kind of got hung up a little. I'm like, I want to really love that compliment, but at the same time, I feel a little bit bad about it because I know the joke is nice and the compliment is forward facing, but what you're saying is kind of inherently racist.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, that's fair.
I know that the person who gave me that compliment listens, so shout out, brother. I appreciate what you're saying.
Yeah. Thanks for making us dance around a subject.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
I felt good, but yeah, thanks for making us have a little fucking laugh here tonight. Is there anything about the fucking psychos in the world that you want to get out before we end here, pal?
No, just people be safe, because some of those psychos are actual psycho. Like, keep your distance.
Couldn't sign it better myself. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, everybody, for listening again this week to the Shower After Work podcast. Again, sorry we missed a couple weeks, but that shit's going to happen from time to time. So
sure happens.
Look forward to, we've got some guests coming up, and we definitely have a live, not live putting on the internet, but in-person live recording coming up at a big event here shortly, and I look forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. We might be able to stream that. Maybe. We'll see.
We're going to try. John is our technology guy. We'll see if we can happen. It might actually be literally live. So if that's the case, please keep an eye on the social medias, and John and I will definitely hit you up with that so you know what's going on.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks again, my man. Appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you, sir. Cheers as always.
Sláinte.
Sláinte.
All right.